With many accolades and celebrations.
Hi, Halfaday. We just have some breaking news to give to you, and then I'll get off camera and start preparing for tonight's show, where we'll bring you even more information about the dengue outbreak on our island. The Department of Public Health and Social Services, its director, Linda DeNorsi, sent out a release. Can we, or an informational thing? Can you post that on the screen, Eric, so people can see?
This is the fact sheet?
It's the fact sheet, yes. The one that says that there is no vaccine for dengue. So all you can see on there, September 12, updated dengue fever fact sheet for Guam. In the highlighted area, it says, while there is no vaccine for dengue fever, the people of Guam should be vigilant, et cetera, et cetera, et cetera. They're not telling the truth, and I don't know why they're not telling the truth, and this is not the only thing they're not telling the truth about it. When I say they, I mean the government of Guam. Can you go to the next sheet? This is from the Centers for Disease Control. The vaccine, called Dengvaxia, is aimed at helping children in Puerto Rico and other U.S. territories where dengue is a problem. The Food and Drug Administration recently approved this vaccine. It was approved, I have another document to show you, on May 2nd, 2019. Why our epidemiologists or our Director of Public Health are saying that there is no dengue vaccine is beyond me. There's a vaccine, and not only is there a vaccine, but it was developed specifically because of the territories for Guam, for kids. This is for kids between the ages of 9 and 16, and by some accounts, though we have not been able to verify these accounts, it's a wild, wild west of information in the government of Guam right now regarding this dengue outbreak, because nobody's saying anything of any value about the dengue outbreak. Oh, here we go. Dengue vaccine. Globally, a vaccine to prevent dengue is licensed and available in some countries for people ages 9 to 45 years old. The World Health Organization recommends that the vaccine only be given to persons with confirmed prior dengue virus infection. The vaccine manufacturer, see, it's all there. In May 2019, Dengvaxia was approved by the U.S. Food and Drug Administration in the United States for use in children 9 to 16 years old living in an area where dengue is common. The U.S. territories of American Samoa, Guam, Puerto Rico, and the U.S. Virgin Islands with laboratory-confirmed prior dengue virus infection. If you look at the bottom right-hand corner, last reviewed, May 3, 2019. Centers for Disease Control. So let's ask our government what the hell's going on. Hold on, let me get a phone number.
Hi, this is Jenna.
Hi, Jenna. This is Troy Torres again. I'm live with our audience on breaking news that there, apparently, according to the Centers for Disease Control, there is a vaccine for dengue fever. Yet information put out by the government is saying that there's no vaccine for dengue. Is there a reason for the disparity in information?
That's correct. We did receive notification that there is in fact and that's not available from Congress at this time.
It's
They're working on verifying this information and issuing a press release shortly. It's going to be coming out in the next couple of minutes.
okay. So you said that the vaccine's not available on Guam yet.
You know, unfortunately, I don't have the exact details on where the vaccine is or why it isn't available, and I'm working with public health right now.
Do you know why? Do you know why public health put out the wrong information recently?
You know, according to public health, they did not say that there was no vaccination.
Oh yes, it's in their fact sheet. It's in the fact sheet that was disseminated.
Okay, understood, Troy. You know, apologies for that confusion, and we're trying to standardize our messaging now. So as soon as we have that corrected information, we'll be sure to include that in our press release.
Jenna, you know, there's a lot of worried people, especially parents, but more so, like there's a whole lot of worried people in both Ordot, Chalampago, and Manilao, because the information coming out of the Joint Information Center, it's not enough for people to understand what's going on. So where is ground zero?
We understand. So we are aware and tracking all of these unverified social media posts and even the messages that are identifying Ordot, Chalampago as ground zero. So at this time, no determination has been made to the origin of where exactly this has happened. Of course, there is a confirmed case, a confirmed person who has contracted dengue. Unfortunately, there's no identification at this time of where exactly that is.
Is the person a resident of Manilao or Ordot or Chalampago?
So the person is a resident of Manilao, and that's why the activities for the 200-meter radius of the homes that are around that area are also being sprayed.
But, okay, so Agata Johnson and Ordot Chalampago Elementary School are far outside the 200-meter radius. What is the reason for the fumigation of Agata Johnson and Ordot Chalampago? Is the infected person a student or a teacher or somehow a worker at both schools?
Time I won't be able to disclose exactly if this person is a student or a teacher, but I do know that Department of Public Health has identified those locations, and they are part of their vector control efforts to mitigate the spread.
Is someone going to provide an answer to that? Because there's a lot of people wondering what's going on.
Yeah, I understand. We are receiving a lot of calls, and we're trying really hard to streamline our messaging right now. Of course, the Joint Information Center is working to assist Department of Public Health with issuing all of the verified information. We are working with them to have certified and the proper people be able to address all of these technical issues when it comes to dengue.
Is it possible? Can people who live in these areas, if they're concerned, especially if they have compromised immune systems, can they go to their doctor and ask for, I think it's called Dengfavix or something? It's whatever that dengue vaccine is.
Well, again, this time it's not. We don't have that vaccination on Guam. But there has been a physician's alert that's been disseminated. So the medical professionals are aware and they are tracking and they are prepared to see exactly what the symptoms are and be able to alert the proper authorities if there is a person who goes to their clinic with the symptoms.
Is there a reason that the government of Guam didn't order the vaccine 3 weeks ago when there was a suspected case of dengue on the island?
Well, unfortunately, I don't have that answer at this time, but again, we are working to streamline all of our messaging. We do have a release that's coming out shortly. We'll be able to provide as much information as we can.
Is the governor on Guam?
I won't be able to answer that. I believe so.
Has the governor been to civil defense to command the response on this?
I'm sorry?
Has the governor been to civil defense since last night to command this incident?
I won't be able to speak on behalf of the governor. I know I have been out of the office at different workshops and also working with Department of Public Health, but I can definitely check on that.
Yeah, just, if you can just tell us whether the governor has been present at all at the Emergency Operations Center regarding this crisis.
Okay, well, again, our Emergency Operations Center has not been fully activated. The Department of Public Health has stood up their incident command, and the Joint Information Center is definitely trying to assist the Department of Public Health get information out. We're working on that now, so I know you're on our distribution list, so we'll be sure to put out information shortly.
Thank you. Where is the incident command, by the way?
It's Department of Public Health.
It's at the Department of Public Health in
Yeah,
Manila.
they have their own incident command center.
Okay, and one last question, Jenna. In what general area of Manila is this person a resident?
Unfortunately, I don't have that exact location. But again, this has been determined by Department of Public Health. We're working closely with the Manila Mayor Angosner to get all the information out to the residents that are located within that area.
And just some messages that are coming in very quickly on Facebook and an email and my phone is that there are a bunch of residents in Ordat, Chalampago, and Manila who have not been informed of anything by the government regarding any fumigation.
We have been tracking this thing, but again, there has been no determination made on the exact location of the supposed ground zero or where this actually happened.
Oh, no, I'm just mentioning that because the release last night said that residents will be asked if they can have their homes fumigated inside and out. But what I'm letting you know is that there are some residents who haven't been told anything about this fumigation.
Understood. So the predetermined locations for the residential homes are located in Manila only.
Oh, not Ordat and Chalampago.
That's correct. So I think the confusion was the two schools that were going to be sprayed were Agueda Johnson and Ordat Chalampago Elementary School.
Oh, so this is different. Okay, so the two schools will be fumigated are in Ordat and Chalampago, but the residential area is the 200-meter radius from wherever this residence is in Manila.
Correct. So it's the 200-meter radius in Manila.
Oh, that makes a big difference. Okay, thank you. Thanks, Jenna. I appreciate your time.
Okay, thank you, Troy.
Thank you. Bye. Okay, that's interesting. To recap our call, the Joint Information Center has informed us that they are issuing out a news release in a few minutes to try and get their messaging on this dengue situation straight. Due to the conflicting information that's being released by GovGuam agencies, the entire reason for the existence of a Joint Information Center is to stop confusion like that from happening, or to prevent confusion like that from happening. And as you can tell from Jenna's message to us now and from her phone call with us earlier this morning, there seems to be a bit of frustration on her part because she understands that this is how it's supposed to be, but that's not how it is, and that's not a call that she can make. That is something that was ordered by either the Homeland Security Administrator or advisor or by the governor herself. Jenna believes that the governor is on island. Let's try to call the governor's office in just a second, but let me just recap, the spokeswoman for Homeland Security confirms that the infected patient resides in the village of Mangilao and not Ordot Chalampago, but does not know the exact location. She also further says she can't confirm if the infected person, if the infected resident is a student at Ordot Chalampago Elementary School or Agata Johnson, but she did clarify to us that the fumigation in Ordot Chalampago is only occurring at those two schools, and that the fumigation in a residential area will be in a 200-meter radius from wherever this person's home is located. So that's very interesting information. She further admits, after questioning from us, that there is a vaccine for dengue, specifically approved by the FDA for Guam children. She says they don't have all the information yet, but acknowledges the vaccine. This is in stark contrast to information just put out by Public Health 2 days ago, 3 days ago, where Public Health told us in a fact sheet that there is no vaccine for dengue, which is it's a huge disparity in the information coming out of our government. She said Public Health denies saying that there is no vaccine, but retracted that statement to us once we informed her that it came directly from their own fact sheet. She further says the JIC has not been fully activated at this point. Neither has the Emergency Operations Center, but Public Health has activated their incident command at the Department of Public Health main building in Mangilao. And whether we can have any confidence whatsoever that the incident command under the direction of Director Linda DeNorsi can give us any confidence whatsoever. Well, I don't know. Judge it for yourselves, because 3 weeks ago, the Director of Public Health could have stopped this entire thing from happening by quarantining the person who was suspected of having dengue in the first place and having brought it to Guam as a traveler, and quarantine that person from being exposed to the mosquitoes that are capable of biting that person and then transmitting the disease to other people, which is what happened in this case. Now there is a local infection for the first time in 75 years. Let's call the governor's office to see whether our island's leader is taking the lead on this and whether it matters to her at all. Charlie, you said to check the Facebook? Which one? Oh, okay. Got it. This is the governor's office that we're calling right now. They did not answer their phones this morning. Let's try again now. Son of a bitch, these guys. They act like this is not an important thing. Jesus Christ. Let's call John Fernandez. Huh? They need to be working 24 hours. This is an emergency operation. There's no 5 p.m. end of day. What is wrong with the governor, man? If someone's next to John Fernandez, can you ask him to please answer the phone? Hold on. Charlie, do you have Mark Maniola's cell phone number? have it. I have it.
Radio HR, this is Amy. How may I help?
Hi, Amy. I'm sorry. I guess I dialed the wrong number. May I speak with John Fernandez, please?
Okay, you can try calling on one of them, please. The secretary is 1547.
300-1547. Thank you very much. Right. We're calling Mark Mendiola, the chairman of the Guam Education Board, since John Fernandez is not answering. This is serious business, people. This is the worst public health crisis in 75 years. And where is the government of Guam? Hi, Maria. This is Troy. Hi, this is Troy Torres. May I please speak with John Fernandez?
Who's calling?
Troy Torres.
Oh, he's not here. I'm sorry, Troy. He went to a meeting.
Oh, he went to a meeting? Is Mark Mendiola there by any chance?
Let me oh, they're gone for the day already. No, he's not, but I can take a message for him.
How about Joe Sanchez?
Let me try and transfer, but you can call him at 300-2251.
Thank you.
That's his line.
Thank you.
Okay. Troy, did you want me to transfer?
Yes, please.
Okay, one moment.
Thank you.
Company CNI, this is Kevin. How may I help you?
Hi, Kevin. May I please speak with Joe Sanchez?
He's actually gone for the day.
Hold on, Kevin. Let me just make sure I have his cell phone number. Does he still have the 727 number?
No, that has actually been.
This
Yeah,
is it the 797 number?
No, you have a 747 number.
No. Is it the same as the 797 suffix?
What's the last four digits?
3320 or 7323?
No.
No.
Can I get your number and I have it?
Yeah, can you ask him to call me, please? This is Troy Torres. My number is 922
Troy Torres. 922
6397.
6397.
Yeah, can you let him know it's urgent?
Okay.
Thank you. Thank you very much. Bye.
922 6397.
Yes, sir. Thanks, Kevin.
All right.
Okay.
Let me
Bye.
send him the message.
I appreciate it.
You're welcome.
Okay. Let me get to all of your comments while we're waiting for Joe Sanchez's phone call. Dala, everyone is in a meeting, says Destiny. Oh my God, they're all hiding, says Cherry. Gina makes a good point. She says, I know they are trying to stay low to prevent a massive panic, but I think the lack of information that is coming out and also the conflicting information, Gina, is what's causing the massive panic among people. The people just need to have the ability to make decisions that are right for themselves and for their families. And the government not having it together when it comes to this response is something else. Olympia says we're not important. Amy responds to Bora Santiago Guam, who mentions how Polaris Point is one of the areas where mosquitoes are humongous, she says. Amy Jackson says, yep, it's a marsh. Jude Cruz says John is possibly off because it's almost 5. That is not acceptable at all because we're in the middle of an emergency operation. And so the government's leaders should not be clocking out at all. This is a 24-hour thing. Until they solve it. Until it's solved, yeah. Gina says, I tried to educate my students about dengue fever and kept them in my classroom for morning recess. I warned them to. Gina's a teacher, by the way, everyone. I warned them to stay away from areas with mosquitoes and to kill any that are near them. One of my students told me he lives in an area with a lot of mosquitoes. That is concerning that many families cannot shut their homes up to prevent the mosquitoes from entering their homes. That's a very good point. And you know, our politicians don't understand that because they don't ever have to deal with windows that don't have any dressings on them, or you know, there's actually no glass window covering things up, or they don't have louvers. You know what I mean? Like our politicians will never understand that. Amy Jackson says, ask if it's safe for the kids to go back to school and use their desks. Mark Ogden makes a good point. Tweet the guy. I keep forgetting I have Twitter. Someone just reminded me, ironically, it's National Preparedness Month. Oh my God. This just gets worse and worse for Governor Clueless Leon Guerrero. Oh, Jesus Christ. Hold on, let me open Twitter, guys. Let me switch accounts to... So, huh? 583-303. Okay. While I'm doing this, Bora Santiago says it definitely. Candid, hello. Hi, Joe. Joe, do you mind if I put you on speakerphone with my audience regarding this whole dengue thing, and just tell me whatever you're able to, and whatever you're not able to, just say you're not able to. You don't have any information on it? Can you ask John to call us? Do you know? Do you know why? Oh, okay. But do you know why they targeted Agata Johnson and Ordot Chalampago if Ground Zero is not even in Chalampago, it's in Manila? Okay, can you ask John to please give me a call at this same number? Yes. Yes, please, and ask him to call us urgently. Thank you very much. Bye. No problem. Thanks, Joe. Okay, bye. So Joe's the Deputy Superintendent for Curriculum and Instruction. He doesn't have authorization to speak on this, so he's gonna call John Fernandez right now to see if John can give us this call. Let me just tweet John. Mr. Oh wait, never mind. 'Cause we have very few characters in Twitter, right? Is the infected person a student or staffer at Agata or OCPES? Tweet. Let me see the rest of your comments. Yes, Sheena, Manila was Ground Zero. It's not Ordot Chalampago. Joseph Sharf Cruz says they are confusing everyone with their updates. Yes, they are. Francis Cruz says try calling Community Affairs. I guess we could. Yeah. Amy, I don't have Tinder. I used to have Grindr though. Esther Sablon says government official. Hello? 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 Hi, is this the governor's office? Can someone just start the recall petition on the governor right now? I mean, this is getting ridiculous.
Hey, it just turned 5:01, that's why.
Holy shit. Now there's gonna be an answering machine.
Good evening, Office of the Governor. May I help you?
Hi, good evening. Could I get a warm body to answer the phone at either communications or community affairs?
Communications or Community Affairs?
Yeah,
Okay, one moment, sir. Let me try.
thank you very much. Esther Sablon says government officials that are never around and don't know shit, pathetic. Thank you, Mrs. Gutierrez, for joining us. We're trying to get a hold of John Fernandez to answer our questions regarding the reasons OCPES and Agata Johnston were targeted first for fumigation before anywhere else and before any information ever was told to the public that Ordot Chalampago was not even ground zero for this this outbreak. It was Manilao. Hello? Mariah, yes, we did call John's cell phone and he didn't answer. Ray, they are holding meetings in the late afternoon because they don't want to come to the phone. Norma and Robert Castro asked, what are the mayors doing about it? I believe the Manilao mayor's office is involved in this response. As for the other mayors, I don't know. They're probably talking about shooting dogs right now.
Hello, Sarah. I'm sorry. Let me try another number.
Sure, thank you. Thank you very much.
You're welcome.
It's my mosquito repellent. It's our government for you. Before we close out, let's take a look. Want me to go ahead and cast to my screen so people can see this proclamation for National Preparedness Month. September is National Preparedness Month, everyone. Ironically. This was issued by the president at the end of August, proclaiming September as National Preparedness Month. The governor has also done the same thing. And the proclamations will be nearly identical. Since the early days of our nation's history, Americans have always demonstrated perseverance and determination in the face of great challenges. Our nation's efforts to be prepared for whatever lies ahead have contributed to our ability to consistently rise to the occasion when adversity strikes. During National Preparedness Month, we focus on promoting a culture of preparedness to make our homes, businesses, communities, and nation more ready and resilient in the face of natural, adversarial, accidental, and technological hazards. Well, in this case, I suppose we can fit into the categories of natural and accidental hazards since it's the outbreak of dengue fever, and it was accidentally or carelessly outbroken. We also honor and express our immense appreciation for the brave first responders. Oh my goodness! Look, there's even a There's even a toss here to the territories about how we're always prepared. Obviously not. Happy National Preparedness Month, everyone. Troy Torres with Candid News here. We'll see you at 8 p.m. For a more full and in-depth look at the news tonight.